Could rookie cornerback Cory Trice Jr. be out for the season? He had a non-contact injury on the first day of padded practice at Steelers training camp. And then also George Pickens, the second-year wide receiver, absolutely lit the NFL world on fire with his performance at today's practice. Welcome into Steelers Talk. Today, I'm going to be breaking down my takeaways from the first day of padded practice at Pittsburgh Steelers training camp there in Latrobe. But before we get into that, go ahead and subscribe to the channel for extensive training camp coverage throughout the entirety of the preseason. We're going to be having watch parties during our preseason games this year. Everything leading up to that Week 1 matchup versus the San Francisco 49ers at Acrisure Stadium. So if you want to become an expert on the Pittsburgh Steelers this year, click that subscribe button for me right now. Now we got to talk about Cory Trice Jr., man. The big story of the day is that the rookie 7th-round pick corner that a lot of Steelers fans are really hoping to see play this year goes down with a non-contact knee/leg injury, and we still don't have official word on what it is, how long he's going to be out, or at least at the time I'm recording this video, so it's very possible that news breaks tonight. So if you're watching this and the news is broke, just know that at the time of recording, we didn't know. And I'm looking at Cory Trice Jr., and I was super excited to see him play this year, and given the nature of this kind of stuff, man, the non-contact injuries, falling to the ground, stopping practice entirely to get the card out there, it just doesn't look good for the rookie corner here. Cory was somebody that fell to the 7th round because of injury concerns, and he has had a torn ACL in the past. He's had a broken ankle going back to high school, so this is something that's unfortunately kind of plagued Cory throughout his career. So prayers up for this guy, man. I really hope he can make a full recovery. Hopefully it's not as bad as it looked there on the field. And I'm certainly hoping that he still has a long and fruitful career here in Pittsburgh with the black and gold. So go ahead right now and show some love to number 27, Cory Trice Jr. by typing his number down there in the comments section to wish him a speedy recovery. Hopefully when the news breaks here coming on in the coming hours, it's good news and not bad news. So now let's get into my takeaways from practice itself here, and I've got 5 of them to share with you guys right now. Let's start with number 1, and of course the star of the show today was George Pickens himself, and this guy is just a freaking alien, man. This guy is just born to play the wide receiver position. He absolutely showed out today at making multiple catches down the field, along the sideline. He had another really nice chunk play on a dig route. We've been seeing that he's been kind of a very effective player when he's on those dig routes because he can really threaten deep, and then once he breaks inside, the corner has absolutely no chance. So I think that George Pickens on those dig routes this year is going to be an absolute menace, especially in those 2nd and medium, 3rd and long situations when you got to have a catch from George Pickens. I think that's probably what Matt Canada is going to dial up. He ran a lot of pure 9 routes, go routes last year. I think this year he's going to expand his tree a little bit more. And listen, man, this guy can make some catches that nobody else on the freaking planet can make. And he had one of those today over rookie corner Joey Porter Jr. Yes, he made this catch right here. That is absolutely insane. He taunted Joey Porter Jr. a little bit after the catch as well. You love to see the competitive fire from George Pickens. He had another incredible catch in the back of the end zone during the red zone period today. And listen, man, this guy's going to be the number 1 wide receiver for this team this year, in my opinion. I mean, Deontay Johnson is really good as well, but I think he's more of a complementary piece. I think the featured wide receiver starting this season is going to be this man right here, and he showed off that skill set today. And then another person that really impressed today, particularly when throwing the deep ball, was quarterback Kenny Pickett. Now, Kenny doesn't have the strongest arm in the world, but he does have some nice touch on his deep ball, and he put that on full display today, making plays in the pocket, outside of the pocket. This kid is just, I'm super impressed with what Kenny Pickett was able to do today. In my opinion, it was by far his best day in camp, and which is saying something because he's been pretty solid every single day so far. Only had that 1 interception on Saturday in the rain off of a tipped pass from Darnell Washington, right? So I'm looking at Kenny Pickett, and he's absolutely doing a fantastic job, and it's looking like he's going to have a really nice second season in the National Football League. He was hitting Deontay Johnson deep. He was hitting Calvin Austin III deep. He was hitting George Pickens deep. This guy's accuracy is really, really good. Even last year, it was good for NFL standards. I think he's taking it up to even another level this year. And I think at the end of the day, he's going to be one of the more accurate quarterbacks in the National Football League heading into this year. Now, I got more takeaways to cover with y'all here in just a second. But first, man, the season is right around the corner. If you need some more Steelers gear before these guys line it up here during the regular season, use our link, chatsports.com/Steelers combo, to go to the Fanatics website and get your hands on this awesome Steelers t-shirt combo today. If you use that link, Fanatics will know that we sent you, so use it right now. If you need some more Steelers gear, go to chatsports.com/Steelers combo right now. Then another takeaway that I have from today's practice is that Darnell Washington, who was definitely a loser during the first week of Steelers training camp practice, had his best day yet, and by far. And, when I look at a guy like Darnell Washington, somebody that's more of a blocking tight end, somebody that can use his size and his strength as a blocker in the National Football League, I think that, with no pads on, it's just his skill set's not going to show. And I definitely think he's a different kind of player, and he can really show his strengths when the pads go on as a blocker. He was absolutely dominant today. He was setting the edge on guys like T.J. Watt at an effective pace today. That is absolutely fantastic and exactly what Matt Canada is going to be asking him to do this year. And he had his best day as a wide receiver as well. I had a really nice catch in the red zone. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what Darnell Washington is going to be able to do with the Steelers this year. And although I think it's going to take a little bit of time for the receiving aspect to really get to full bloom, so to speak here, I think he's going to be an excellent blocker on day one, and he will be a contributor for this team, particularly on early downs. Now, I got more takeaways here in just a second, but first, go ahead and click that like button to help out the channel. Really do appreciate all the support, guys. It's a free and easy way to help us out and help us reach out to more Steelers fans like yourself. So if you just take a little bit of a second here to click that thumbs up icon, I would greatly appreciate it. My next takeaway here, number 4 on my list, is that the red zone offense in particular today was absolutely humming. And this was the big issue with Matt Canada's offense in 2023. The red zone offense was not very efficient. Lots of field goals once you got down there, especially towards the end of the year. They were good on third down. They were good at moving the football, but then they couldn't score in the red zone. Last year, 23rd in the National Football League in red zone touchdown percentage. That needs to go up this year if the Steelers want to compete for a Super Bowl and for the AFC North title. And it's looking like that might be the case. They did a really good job today at scoring. There's multiple clips of Kenny Pickett getting outside the pocket, making a play. He had a really nice touchdown catch to Deontay Johnson when he was blanketed. He had one to George Pickens. He's had some over the last couple of days that have been really nice. And it's looking like, to me, that Matt Canada is doing a better job at scheming these guys open in the red zone this year. I sure hope that that's the case. There was a couple of nice concepts that I saw on some Twitter clips today that I really enjoyed. There was a nice little wave concept that I never saw from Matt Canada before that he ended up running with the second team offense, led to a touchdown for Calvin Austin III from Mitchell Trubisky. So I'm super excited to see what this red zone offense looks like this year. And if it gets better, watch out because the Steelers are coming. So now what do you think about the Steelers offense here? Let me know down there in the comments section. Will they have a top 10 offense in 2023? Give me an HY for hell yes. Or if you think Matt Canada is still going to hold this team back, give me an HM for hell no down there in the comments. And my final takeaway today is that running back Jaylen Warren is absolutely looking phenomenal. He is absolutely showing out every single day in practice as a receiver, as a running back. I mean, this guy reminds me so much, and this is going to sound like a ridiculous comparison, to Austin Eckler. Not only do they wear the same number, but they're both similar size. They're both great receivers. They find space in similar ways. And I think that although Eckler's probably a little bit better as a receiver than Warren, at this point, I like Jaylen Warren at the value that you got him at. An undrafted free agent last year, and he's turning into a player that's this good. And right now, there's a legitimate argument to be made right now that he is the best running back on the Pittsburgh Steelers roster. Now, Najee hasn't necessarily been doing bad this camp at all. Like, he's been doing fine. He's been looking good, but Jaylen Warren has really been popping, and there are some rumors going around right now that Najee, if he doesn't really pick it up and he doesn't increase those yards per attempt numbers this season, Jaylen Warren might be overtaking that running back one role from Najee this year if he's not careful. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the case. I'm still a believer in Najee. I think that he's going to have a good season this year, and I think that duo between Najee with the power punch and Jaylen Warren is kind of that lightning in a bottle. I think that combination is going to be one of the best in the National Football League, and I can't wait to see it unfold. But you guys let me know which running back is better on the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. I know this is like choosing between your children, and you don't want to do that, but let me know what you guys think down there in the comments section right now. Which one is better? Najee Harris, give me an NH, or Jaylen Warren, give me a JW. Let me know how you're feeling about these two running backs down there in the comments. And that'll be it for today's show, guys. Really do appreciate all the support. Make sure you click that subscribe button and turn on your notifications, because we're probably going to have a Cory Trice Jr. injury update tomorrow. So make sure that your notifications are turned on so you know when that news breaks. Really do appreciate all the support, guys. I will see you guys later. And as always, here we go, Steelers.